Welcome to another episode of Just Us, the podcast about mental health and the justice system and how creative expression and purpose can be used to make meaning and cope. Today I have another great guest and good friend of mine, Dale Thompson.
Whoop, whoop.
DJ Dale Thompson, PD. You know, we have a lot of nicknames.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think you guys are going to really enjoy his story today. Dale, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Dale Thompson, from Brockton, Massachusetts. Born in Boston, but, grew up in Brockton, Massachusetts. I'm a creative, I'm a songwriter, and I'm also an artist.
Nice. Okay, you ready to get into it?
Let's do it up.
All right, it's just us. So you are from Boston, or you were born in Boston, but you're from Brockton.
Yeah.
How long did you live in Boston?
Until I was 5, and then I moved out to Brockton.
So one thing I like to ask everybody is what Brockton means to them.
Well, first and foremost, Brockton is like home. Mm-hmm. Brockton is a very diverse city, and I love it for that. I think the people that Brockton breed are like the most unique people in the world to be like, and I'm not even trying to be biased because I'm from Brockton, but like for real, like I've been to a bunch of different places and like the people that come from Brockton are like, we're just a different breed. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it's true. I agree. I feel like, well, I'm not from Brockton, but Brockton, I hold Brockton very close to my heart. And I feel like no matter where I go, I'm always like, and I make friends, but I'm like, there's just nothing like back home in Brockton.
There's nothing like the people in Brockton.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy too.
And I feel like other people don't get it.
Yeah.
And they have this like negative outlook on Brockton sometimes. And it's like, you guys will just never get it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I feel like everybody, everybody's upbringing is different and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like the things that like we've seen and just like the things that we've been through in Brockton just, make us who we are. Yeah,
absolutely. It definitely shapes who we are today. So what was life like growing up for you?
I had a fun childhood. Okay. Grew up on Newberry Street in Brockton. I was out a lot. I definitely wasn't like the kids nowadays. I was outside all the time. Playing manhunt, tag.
Yes, manhunt.
Everything. I went to Brockton High. I went to West Junior High, and that's really where I met a lot of my friends that I'm still friends with today. Okay. And then even in Brockton High, like, freshman, sophomore year, I met a lot more friends that I'm still, like, close with today. Mm-hmm. I know call each other Newberry. You know what I mean? But, I have, like, 10, 11 guys that I've been close with for, like, 10 plus years, so...
And that doesn't happen that often. I feel like that's like, a lot of people don't stay friends for that long, especially that many of you. No. So that's really, really nice to have.
Like my brother's a part of the group, and it's funny because he's getting married in February, and he was like, "Dog, I don't know who to put as my groomsman," and I'm like, "It's hard to pick, bro, because whoever you don't choose is gonna be mad because we all been brothers forever." You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what's up.
Newberry Street. We've had some memories there.
Oh yeah. You've
so many good, so many good times.
So many good times.
Do you remember when you lived in Boston? Like, do you remember that time of your life at all?
A little bit. I went to preschool in Boston. Okay. But yeah, not too many memories. Yeah, not too many. But it was like me, my mom, my brother, and my sister in Boston. I just went to preschool. I had like 2 friends named Ramsey and Connor that they were twins. I went to their house a lot.
Wow. Where are they now?
I have no idea.
Ramsey and Connor, if you're listening.
And my mom used to work for like at a comic book store, so we like had mad comics back in the day.
That's dope.
And we're dumb as hell for not saving them.
Yeah. Whoa.
Stupid. But we had everything. Like we grew up on like Marvel comics and all that stuff.
Oh my God.
That's what I remember of Boston, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like I have no memories from like a certain age.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like my memories start like at elementary.
Yeah. Like I don't remember anything from when I was like a young child. And I don't remember how, like, I mean, I don't know how sometimes people will describe things and they'll be like, yeah, when I was 6, like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because I don't remember being 6.
One thing I remember, it's pretty gross to say. It's horrible to say. But in Boston, I used to hate cooked food. Like, I love cooked food now, but like, when you're young, you don't like to eat cooked food and stuff like that. When you're like 3 or 4 or whatever. But we had cushions like in in our chairs, like our kitchen chairs, and my mother and my father would like finish up food, and then it would be just me and my brother sitting eating dinner. And he'd be like, "Yo, DJ, we don't gotta eat this," and I'm like, "Well, like, where do we put it? Because if we throw it in the trash, they're gonna know we didn't eat all our food." He's like, "Yo, wrap it up in the napkin and put it between the cushion."
No.
Yo, we did that for like 2 weeks straight. My mom found it and whooped our asses.
Oh my God. Was she like, what's this smell? Like,
yeah, probably. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't care, but they found it one day.
Were you like, Kwame made me do it?
Yeah, but I still got my ass whipped too. That's one thing I know about Boston, though.
That's hilarious. So what made you guys move from Boston to Brockton? Do you know, or?
Yeah, I think my mom and my dad got a divorce, and I think my mom started a new job.
Okay.
And just wanted to start afresh and anew.
Yep. So how old were you when your parents got divorced? Were you about 5?
Yeah, I was 5.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like that divorce affected you at all, or do you feel like you were too young, or like
when it happened? No. Mm-hmm. Like, sad to say, like my mom was like more fun. My dad was more strict. He came from Jamaica and stuff, so he was a lot more strict, more focused on like school and things like that. You know what I mean? My mom was more lenient. She was like more fun. You know my mom and stuff. So I enjoyed it more because my mom let me, like, you know, when we moved to Brockton, we like got to like go outside, hang out, do whatever we, you know, not do whatever we wanted, but you know, we actually got to have a childhood and enjoy ourselves. And my mom was like, you know, she didn't like hold us back. She was more of like, I'm gonna let you experience it for yourself. I'm gonna tell you right from wrong, and I'm gonna let you experience it for yourself.
Yep.
And let you learn it on your own as well. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed the freedom that my mom gave me, but now looking back, it definitely affected me, like not having my dad there.
Yeah.
Damn sure.
How do you feel, in what ways do you feel like it affected you now that you can kind of like look back and reflect?
Sheesh. I could say it affected a lot of like my drive, some of my motivation, and just like, I just feel like a lot of like, just like life lessons and like skills that you should like learn from your dad. I didn't get to do that, and I had to learn on my own. And, you know, a mom can only do so much, you know?
Yeah.
A mom can teach you right from wrong, but a mom can't teach a man how to be a man. Only a man can teach a man how to be a man. And I didn't have that as much, you know, so like I said, when I was growing up, I thought it was all fine and dandy, but 21, 22 comes, 23, 24 comes, you're like, damn, I'm growing up, and I don't know shit about how to be a man and really take care of myself and all that. So, I mean, I had to grow up fast too. I had a daughter at 19, so that was a lot, you know, just growing up fast and just like trying to like learn everything and maintain everything, and you know, I make music, so just, you know, trying to keep my passion close and work hard on that while, you know, raising the kid and just like I said, just learning how to just, you know, be a man and just be better. Yeah. You know?
Do you feel like you think about that now while you're raising your own daughter?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I bet. Did you have a relationship with your dad after you guys moved and the divorce happened?
Yeah, so I went over his house like every other weekend. So like, you know, we spent time, but it definitely wasn't.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not like him being in the house like, you know, I do something bad and he's like, DJ, don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the same.
Yeah. How do you feel like or I guess what do you feel like you learned growing up in the home with just your mom? Excuse me. Since that's where you like spent most of the time.
Yeah. I think my mom is a very caring person. I think that's one of the things I learned most about her, and just like most about myself, and just about like how to be, you know, like, you know, living in this world, just to be a caring person, to be genuine. Yep. And I've definitely learned that from my mom, you know. I mean, not a lot of parents like will let 10, 15, 16-year-olds come over their house and party and drink and sleep over and stuff, like, you know, so. But
we were all always so safe.
Yeah,
which was like
always safe, 100%.
And that's, I think, where that part comes in that you were saying of like, she gave you guys freedom to a certain extent to be like, okay, experience this, like learn for yourself, you know, while still being there and like
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she'd get home from work and like walk over all of us. Just go in the
We'd all
room.
be like sleeping.
Yeah, everybody's sleeping. Yeah.
Safe and sound though.
But yeah, I learned to care about people growing up with my mom.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important, and people are so selfish nowadays, and it annoys me a lot, but
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's like that hard lesson of learning that like not everybody is like.
And you want to fix
yourself.
everybody, but like unfortunately you can't fix everyone. So.
Yep. Absolutely.
Fix yourself. Try to fix the people around you. Be a good person, and you just hope it reflects. You know.
Yeah, definitely. So was mental health talked about at all when you were growing up? Like whether
never.
I love this. I don't love this. I hate it, but that is so.
It's ridiculous that we never talked about mental health in school. We had health class and learned about shit. What do you remember from health class?
Right. I remember from health class wearing those drunk goggles and like being like, whoa, which like those
like we
aren't
don't
even real.
We don't need we don't need health class anymore. We need mental health class. Like 100%.
Yeah, it really needs to be spoken of, especially where, you know, I mean, like, of course, I would love for every household and family to talk about it in the home, but it's so varied from like home to home and culture and all these different factors that come in. And then also parents, a lot of times probably, I mean, I can't speak, you know, from like a parent's perspective because I'm not a parent, but it's probably difficult to think about how to even talk to your kids about mental health, you know? So having like someone who is, you know, either trained in it or whatever, being able to come to the school and speak, or whether they're the teacher or whatever it is, talk about it, I feel like could be so helpful. Yeah.
See, I'm fortunate enough, like I can't talk for everybody, but I'm definitely fortunate enough to like I was raised in a good home. My mom cared for us. We didn't have like a bad upbringing and stuff. So mental health wasn't something that my mom like addressed, but we didn't really need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's funny because when I mentioned, my mom remembers you and stuff. And when I mentioned that I was doing this podcast with you, I was like, oh, we're talking about mental health and all that stuff. And then she told me that my uncle committed suicide.
No way.
Her first cousin committed suicide. And my grandfather, her dad, tried to commit suicide.
Wow.
And she was like, oh yeah, we have mental health, like a history of mental health in our
family. And you never knew that?
Never knew that.
Wow.
Sometimes I'd be stressed, but you know, I try to keep it together, you know. But it's crazy. I was like, damn.
That's so interesting.
It is.
What was that like hearing that for the first time?
It was shocking, and you don't want to make things an excuse, and you don't want to like give things a reason, be like, oh, I'm stressed, but it's because I have a history of mental health. Right. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to use that as like a scapegoat. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but it was definitely interesting to me because, I mean, I think everybody goes through mental health issue. You know what I mean?
In some capacity and in some form. Yeah.
I would never say I'm like depressed, but I go through things. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely. It's kind of ironic that you say that because my uncle died by suicide, and I think there's also that, like that, you know, as you're growing up, I didn't know that. Because I think that there's this, I don't know, like some form of protection probably that my parents and people want to have like over the family, and maybe like, oh, at what age do we tell them, you know, what really happened?
For sure.
And then when I first, you know, really learned it, I'm like, oh, wow. Like I had no idea. Yeah. And then learning about like all the mental health struggles that my uncle went through, you know, before this happened. Yeah. I was like, you know what I mean? You're kind of like, oh, like this is what life is. You know what I mean? Because it's like not always perfect, and we're not always innocent and naive kids that we are, and we're just like living every day playing manhunt and whatever else, not worrying about that kind of stuff.
And it's funny, like not to like go like deep into it, but like I don't know if it's because we're older now and we see it now, or if it's just like social media now. But I feel like back in the day, it wasn't like mental health wasn't as serious as it is now, and
especially with kids so young. At least that's how I remember it also, yeah.
And I think it's a direct link to social media, unfortunately. And I like I have to use social media because like I make music, I have to promote my music and stuff like that, but I really don't like social media.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think you're right, because I don't remember when we were young and we were growing up, I don't really remember
kids being depressed.
Yeah, kids like going through stuff like that.
Like kids, like they were definitely bullies in school.
Yes.
I remember that. Kids got picked on, but it wasn't to a point where like they were like, oh, I'm going to kill myself.
I know. I don't, like that was never.
I mean? It was never like a problem or issue.
I agree. I don't remember that ever being a thing ever.
No.
And now
it's so
prominent, so prevalent, and everybody is on social media at such a young age. Where I feel like I had like certain times that I could go on the computer if like my older siblings weren't using it, or like someone was, and it was like AIM messaging that we had. Mm-hmm. And even that, I feel like at some point started to get like a little bit like, I remember being like, what is a chat room? And then going in and being like, oop, I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And they have like access to everything now. It's crazy.
Everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally agree. I guess, what was your first experience with mental health, and when did you first learn about it? Was it whether it was you or like someone you knew?
It's never been like a big thing. Like I said, I mean, I've always tried to surround myself with like good people and stuff like that. So, I would say when I first found out it was like very, very serious. It was like, the mother of my child. She actually lost her mom when she was very young, and she dealt with like a lot of anxiety and things like that.
Yep.
And that was like the first time I was like, oh shit, this is like real. Like, like I've heard about it, like, you know, like people watch movies, TV shows, you know, like, so I've always known about it, but actually like experiencing it and like seeing what it like does to someone. Yep. It's a lot.
Yeah, especially when it's someone close to you, and being that close to like, I don't know, like I mean, not everyone's like this, I guess, but when you see someone that you're close with going through something, you almost like get that feeling a little bit too, just because
I have anxiety now. For like damn sure.
Yeah.
Like she gave me anxiety, but I'm not gonna lie.
It's contagious.
It is. Like I have anxiety all the time now.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. So yeah, it sounds like you definitely feel a little bit differently now that you're older about mental health than you did when you were younger, because you have learned more about it. What about the justice system? Was the justice system talked about at all when you were growing up?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but like in the basics, you know, like cops arrest criminals, people that are doing bad. They're protecting our streets and our neighborhoods. So, you know, when you're growing up, you're thinking, you definitely think that cops are good. I mean, there's other people that grow up and have other experiences at a young age, you know, so it changes their view like very young. But when I was growing up, I thought cops were good until maybe like high school years. Yeah.
What changed when you went to high school?
It was like one time in particular. We were on a party bus in high school. I can't remember like what year it was. It was probably like freshman or sophomore year. We was like smoking and stuff on the bus or whatever, but we got pulled over and a cop was aggressive with like one of my girlfriends, and I like went to grab her, and then he was like very aggressive with me and like pushed my face to the bus window. And ever since that, I was like, F these guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying that to every cop, because cops are good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, most cops are good. You know what I mean? I know a lot of cops that love their job, that actually want to make a difference, you know? But I can't speak for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that had to have been a scary experience, first of all. Especially being in a position where you're like, that's a gut reaction too, is to like go and like try to, 100%, which I think a lot of times happens to people. And then something like that happens as a reaction then from the cop, and then it like, you know what I mean? This whole thing.
I feel like I said, I feel like most cops are good, but I think there's a lot of them that use their power, that abuse their power. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And that happens in a lot of positions in power in general.
Facts.
And I learn that more and more every year
as
I get older. And I'm like, so like positions of power in general, people tend to abuse.
Because they want to keep the power.
So I guess before you really learned or like experienced things, was it ever talked about in the household that like, oh, this is a thing and, you know, like the system, or no?
No, not too much, to be honest. I mean, like my mom was just telling us like what to do and not do.
Yep.
So we could avoid you know, getting in trouble with the law. You know what I mean? So that was like, you know, that was it for the most part. Just, you know, staying out of trouble, you know, instilling that in our brains, you know, don't do stupid shit. Yeah. You know, like stay away from the wrong crowds and stuff. Right. You know? So, but yeah, nothing like, serious. Yeah.
It's interesting because I think when I first realized like, oh, maybe I want to do something that has to do with like the justice system or psychology, or when I was at Brockton High, I feel like I noticed, I mean, obviously like there were a lot of people that were in and out of the system. And a lot of people that we knew that were in and out of the system and like are good people. And, you know, whatever happens. Yeah. But the link between mental health and the justice system that I feel like, especially at that age, is like not, again, just not talked about. And so like when people are going through those experiences, whether it's something that happened, whether it was like a traumatic event or whatever it is, and now they're in the system or then they're in the system, and like all of that takes a toll on your mental health.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like this vicious cycle that I feel like just never, because I don't want to speak for everybody, but I feel like a lot of people that I knew that were in and out of the system didn't really take care of their mental health in a way that was probably like adaptive, or, you know, a lot of people just like try to mask it with things.
Oh yeah.
And so I think that's probably when I learned about like the direct link between the two, and was like, there's just like not enough being done here.
No, there's not enough.
And it's just like, it blows my mind. And I think that we obviously need to talk about it more. But how do you feel like you take care of your mental health today?
I try to go to the gym a lot.
Okay.
I think that definitely helps with mental health. I was at one point, like maybe like last year, I was very good with meditating. Like I was like making it like a consistent thing. Yeah. I haven't been as consistent as I was, but I definitely try to meditate. And I try to stay. I do truly try to stay away from like social media. If I don't have to like promote something like with music and stuff, I try to stay away from social media and like listen to podcasts, like listen to things that I'm like gaining information from. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I wake up and I try to start my day with that instead of getting on Instagram and like looking at people's posts and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because that immediately affects you. Yep. Like immediately. Like
it can change your mood.
You can go on Instagram and everything will be fine, and you'll like go on a post, and like I've done it like personally, like sad to say, like not to sound like a hater or anything, but like I'll go on Instagram like real quick immediately when I wake up. Like I'll just go on it. Yep. I'll look, or like Snapchat. I'll see some like some people that I know, like a guy that I know that has like way more bread than I do or some shit like that, like partying, enjoying. I'm like, damn, dog. Why can't my life be like that? And then immediately like
your whole day is fucked up.
Dog, it's just negative thinking. Yep. You know what I mean? And I think that happens to a lot of people without them even realizing it. Yep. You know what I mean? But luckily I've caught it, you know, because like I said, I watch podcasts, I watch things like that. And I think I've heard it like before, like somebody was like, oh yeah, like don't do that because, you know, you wake up and then your mood changes. And I thought, and I was like, oh shit, I've done that. Yep. And then I like thought about instances and I'm like, I've definitely done that. Yep. So
it's so true. I do the same thing. Sometimes I have to go on like social media breaks, and I'll just like, what is the word? Not delete, but I don't know, make my account like inactive or something for like a period of time. Because I will start to get in like a mood, and then I'm like, I'm not sure like what's going on. I try to figure out what's triggering it. And then I'll notice that when I go on social media, I get annoyed or whatever it is. And I'm like, all right, I got to take a break from this, I think. And I do the same thing. The minute I wake up, I usually put on a podcast and I'll listen to it like as I'm getting ready.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. Because social media, you're not like looking at a bunch of people that are doing way worse than you, unfortunately. You know, you're looking at like things that you like, you know what I mean? So you're just going on, you know, you're looking at fashion, you're looking at this, you're looking at that. And if you don't have access to those things, unfortunately. Right. You know?
And everybody is posting the best things on there.
Exactly.
Like nobody's like, Yeah, like nobody.
Yeah, you're not going
I
on
mean?
there and seeing bullshit. You're going on there and be like, oh, look at this, look at that, look at her doing this, look at him doing that. Oh,
yeah,
he got this, she got that.
And if you think about the amount of times that like someone takes a picture, and how many pictures they take, and then out of all of those pictures, they pick this one that they like, and then they edit it.
Filter, Yep.
So it's like none of it is real. Yeah. It's so crazy. Yeah. But yeah, it definitely affects. Yeah. It affects.
I think that affects like girls a lot nowadays. Like
it's so
BBLs,
bad.
like all that stuff. I'm like, yo, girl, you do not have to get your ass done. You don't have to get your body done.
Everything.
Like, chill, bro.
Face done.
Lips done.
Cheek filler, lip filler.
My goodness
I don't even know what other filler.
It's like, yo, you can get everything done.
Mm-hmm. Everything.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And it's crazier that it's so normalized now.
Yeah, that's
like,
that's
it's just like, they'd be like, damn, I just want to get my ass done. I'd be like, yo, what?
I know. And my friends get mad at me because I'm like, oh.
Like not for nothing, guys can be like, damn, man. Let me add 2 inches real quick. Like, what?
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
But
maybe you can. Who knows?
Maybe nowadays, it's wild.
Can we fact check that? That's hilarious. But
it's just crazy that it's normalized, and it's so normalized because, like you said, like everybody posts like that good picture that and, girls are like going on, looking at it like, damn, she looks good. Like,
yep.
And they feel like they have to do it.
Yep.
And it's crazier that they don't just go to the gym.
I know.
It's like immediately like, oh, let me just go get
my butt. Let me do
butt.
this instead. Yep.
Yo, just put in some work and it'll make you feel better.
It does.
Honestly.
It does. And my friends get mad at me because I'm always like, oh, come on. And I'll like say something about somebody who like whatever work. And I'm like, I just wish that everybody, and I know it's so like, this is like dreamer thinking, I guess, but I just wish everybody was happy with like the way that they look, and I'm not happy with the way I look all the time, but like just in general, you know what I mean? Yeah. And they're always like, whatever, like if that makes them happy, that makes them happy. And I'm like, I know, but it also makes me sad that everybody feels the need to do this. You know what I mean?
God intended to make everybody different.
Right.
Not for
everybody is starting to look the same.
It's the same.
It's
everybody want to look the same.
It's so crazy.
Everybody want to look like goddamn Kylie Jenner.
It's so true. There's like a specific look.
Yo, it's crazy.
And they all look the same.
It's nuts.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, getting back to it, because I want to get into the music. Do you feel like music has been an outlet for you and like your mental health at all?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I guess I'm lucky enough to be able to like express myself when I feel a certain type of way. Not everybody gets to do that. Yeah. So I guess I'm lucky with that, you know.
Definitely.
And even, you know, I work hard as hell on music, and I definitely plan on, you know, blowing up. But even to say if I never did, I'll always make music just to get that like release out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yep. And it is unfortunate that not a lot of people get to do that. You know, a lot of people back away from like the therapist idea. And I get it. You know, I don't think that everybody needs a therapist, but you have to talk to people. You have to talk to people.
Express in some way.
You have to.
Yeah. And I get, because therapy, I think therapy could be great for everybody, sure, in some way. Yeah. But it's also not for everybody. Like not everyone feels comfortable and, you know, or never will feel comfortable. And to be able to have an outlet that you're also passionate about is, like you said, like that's, not everybody has that.
Yeah, no, not everybody has that, honestly. I think you get a lot of that in like sports as well. You know, you can just kind of like let out your emotions and things like that in sports. But yeah, you know, like people working 9 to 5s and shit and coming home and dealing with work and coming home and not having like people to talk to, that it's like, that's a lot. Yeah. And, you know, for like a week or so, you think it's fine, but like, say like 2 years go on and people up. You know, people are alone, they don't have anybody to talk to, like that's what like really starts building up that mental health shit, you know what I mean, like really getting you depressed and really feeling like you're alone out here and you don't got anybody, and and after that you're like, you know, the thoughts you start forming are ridiculous. You know? No, it's true. And I think that's where like even if it's like in the interim and you're like, people need to journal or do something to get those thoughts out of your head, like you have to.
I always tell people, I'm like, whether you're talking out loud to nobody or to God or higher power, whatever you believe in, or you're writing it on paper, voice noting it on your phone, like something just to get whatever is like taking over your mind at least out for a few minutes, even if it's for a few minutes. Because not everybody has either someone to talk to or someone they feel comfortable or like a creative outlet, you know?
And, like, God rest his soul, but like, you know, a guy that I knew at the gym, I think Barbat might know him too. His name's like Jay Ryder. He was like a battle rapper. But God rest his soul, man. But like, yo, he was like the most positive. It was crazy when we found like everybody we go to Crunch Gym and stuff. And
was this recently?
Yeah, it was about like it was last month.
I think, did I go to, do you know his first name?
Johnny.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure we graduated the same year.
Yeah, but
I agree though, because in high school I remember him as like such a goofball and like
he was
so happy.
Positive. Like I'd be like lifting in the gym, he'd be like, you got it, push, you know what I mean? Like just like motivational, like just mad positive, always in the gym, like going hard, but like nigga, you can talk to me if you got something going on. Like I know we only know each other from the gym, but it's like, bro, like I don't know. It's like it sucks, man. It sucks. Like people feel like they don't got people to reach out to and talk to. Like, and sometimes it's one conversation away.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
It really is. And that's where I feel like, I try to tell people, like, I could see someone that I barely know post something that looks like, or they're saying that they're not doing very well or whatever it might be. I always reach out, and I'm like,
yo, you got to check on your people. Dog.
Yeah. And I'm like, I know that this might seem so weird and like you might not want to talk to me at all, but I just want to let you know that like if you ever did need to talk to someone, like you can talk to me.
Yeah.
Because you have to check on not only your friends that are maybe not doing so well or are struggling, but you have to check on your happy friends also, because a lot of times they are going through things that you don't know either.
And sad to say, like, I don't want to bring up social media again, but yo, the shit is messing up the whole world. Like, yo, back in the day, like, you were forced to go make friends, bro. Like, if you wanted to go play, like, you wasn't playing by yourself. You like, damn, like me and my brother, like when we moved to Brockton, we was like, damn, like I don't feel like playing with you all the time. Let's go make friends.
Yeah.
Let's go make friends. Let's go meet like people around the block. You know, you go meet people around the block, you make relationships. Like I just seen one of my boys that like I grew up with, like he went on family vacations, like my homie Purvis. I just seen him at the Celtics game. And he was like, bro, and I was like, dog, like I miss you. And we just got each other's numbers. I was like, yo, we linking up. He's coming on Friday to Empire on my birthday.
No way.
Yeah, but like you were forced to meet people and forced to like do things. Like we didn't have like social, like nowadays, like kids are like, oh, I don't need to like, I can just play Roblox with them. I can just be on my phone with them. And they're not forced to like go out and meet people.
Go outside.
And that's a direct link. Like you don't think you got to go out and socialize and do that shit.
Yep.
And the longer that goes on, you're like, oh, I can just be alone. I can be alone and just be on my phone. I can be alone and just do this. But that alone shit, yo, it messes people. Yo, you're not supposed to be alone in this world, bro.
I agree.
Not at all.
Nope.
Not at all. Like this segregation shit is crazy. Like nobody's supposed to be segregated.
Yep. No, it's true. And
like F racism, bro. Like we're a human kind. Like we're all one people. Like everybody in this world don't realize that we're all supposed to be helping each other out and being together. I give homeless people money every damn day. I don't care if it's my last damn dollar. I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
Because you got to help people, dog. And nobody cares about that shit no more. Like, for real. Like, people just care about themselves.
Yep.
Like, life moves fast and people are just, like, on routine and just like, oh, I got to work and then I got to do this and I got to go to sleep and I got to just take care of, like, whatever I got in front of me.
Yep.
But nobody...
It's funny because I just thought of something. There was a time when I was living in Florida. I think I went into Dunkin' Donuts or something and this woman was trying to pay. And I don't know. They said, like, oh, it's... this amount, or like I don't know if a card wasn't working, and so she was like pulling out cash and like change, and I was in a rush, so like I was like, I can just like let me just pay for you, like I'll pay for both of ours, like I don't mind at all. And she kind of got offended, and I was like, oh shit, like I was like, I'm not, you know what I mean, like I was trying to do a good thing, and I'm like, no, it's really, because she was like, I have it, I promise you I have it, and I'm like, I'm not like I'm not either way. Yeah. Whether you do or you don't, like it's totally fine. I'm like, I will just get it. Like it's completely fine.
Yeah.
And I think that
it's because people are not used to it.
People aren't used to it, and I feel like people get, whether it's mental health, whether it's anything, people get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because it's like not okay to struggle in whatever way. And she might not have been struggling. Like she might have just been like, why is my card working
and that's
today?
the thing too. Like, yo, normalize struggling, bro.
Right.
Should be hard out here, dog.
Yes.
It's okay. Yo, it's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay, bro.
It's okay to struggle.
It's okay,
It's
dog.
okay to cry. It's okay to have bad days.
Jesus struggled all his life.
Right.
But look at him.
No, I agree. Oops. Okay. Back to the music. When did you first realize that you were like, I want to get serious about music?
I would say like senior year of high school.
Okay. Was there something that like sparked that for you, or is it just like
the reactions I started getting? I was like, I can do this shit.
Okay.
But I've always had like a love for music. Like when I was like when we moved to Brockton, I can't really think about too much in Boston, but I know for damn sure when we moved to like Brockton, like my mom would play like Luther Vandross and like Michael Jackson like around the house and shit, and I'd be trying to sing and dance and do the moonwalk all around the crib, like for real. And then I started listening to Biggie, Tupac. I love them. Then I like Jay-Z came out, and I was like, this nigga's the man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went to like his Fade to the Black I watched like his Fade to Black movie. I went to one of his concerts with my mom.
Yep.
And not a lot of people know this, but when I was 11, I went like, my mom was like my manager. Like she would bring me to the studio in Boston every week. Yeah, like twice a week. I did mad talent shows. I always won like first, second place.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like one guy like screwed her over. Like some guy was like supposed to like do something for me, like take me to like Miami or something like that, and my mom like spent some money with him, and then he like fucked her over.
Oh no.
So she was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, she's like, forget that.
Yeah, but I've always had a love for music. But senior year, we'd always do like freestyle Fridays. Like I think you remember them. Yeah, like every Friday we do like freestyle Fridays, and like by like the middle of the year, like god damn, the crowd was like crazy. Like I can still remember, like it was like right before our first period, and like I remember there was times it would be like me and my boy Zach Starks, Tevin Leonidas, T. Lee.
Yeah.
But it'd be like us three like rapping and shit, and the crowd, it'd be like 100 people following us the first period, literally. Like people like yo, I don't even care if I'm late for first period because I gotta hear like, and I'd be at like, I would always rap at the end, and they'd be like, nah, I got it. Like I don't care if I'm late, like because I'm hearing him spit. Like I gotta hear what he says.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I can take this shit serious, and then I dropped a project called Everything and More, and it got like a great reaction, and yeah, so I've been trying to stay consistent ever since. That's
so awesome. Yeah. I love that. That's another example of like Brockton High was just
nothing's like it, man.
Exactly. Like what? What inspires your music?
Life. I mean, that sounds cliche, I guess. But just like experiences, everything that I like go through, I try to just like put it in music. Relationships. I try to like look at other people's lives and just like different perspectives and things. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to say like I'm like a conscious rapper, like, because I'm not. Yeah. I know I'm not. But I definitely like to make music that makes people feel good. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely a wordsmith, so I like to make music that makes you think. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do you have like a process, like is there a process when you are creating, or is it kind of just like, does it change?
Music's definitely like more of a feeling, I feel like back in the day I would say it was a lot more premeditative because I was like writing like a lot, but like now it's just like feeling. Yeah. It's weird. I feel like a lot of people say it too, and I don't really know what it is, but like I'll just get like there'll be times like I'll be in the studio, I'll be listening to a beat for like an hour and be like, damn, nigga, I can't think of anything. Yeah. And then like something will just be like, boop, boop. And I'll just be like, oh,
that's amazing.
And then it just hits. It just hits. But I don't know what it is. It's like it's like a feeling. It's like, I don't know, something inside me. I don't know.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Do you have anybody that you really enjoy creating with?
Crew from the North.
Okay.
I like creating with Crew. He actually made me more of like a feeling guy too, because he's based off like he's like that with music too. It's like feeling with him. So when we get in the zone, like when we do get in that zone, like we go off. Yeah. Hum Beats is another guy like that too. I love creating with him. That guy's a freaking mastermind, bro. Send me some damn beats, bro. Stop playing. You know you got that Cash App, and I still haven't got a beat, so send me that shit.
I love it.
You know,
you heard it here first, folks.
You know exactly what I'm talking about too. Yeah, I love creating with them. I enjoy creating with my boy Tevin. He doesn't make music as much, but he's definitely like in the music realm for sure. So I like creating with him. Like I always like will like shoot ideas with him. Like when I'm recording something, I'm like, yo, tell me how you look, like you like this. Like, oh shit, I like say this differently or something like that. You know what I mean? I like creating with him. I need to start creating with more people though. Yeah, I will say, because right now I feel like, you know, like with Van Buren and just like the shit that they're doing and just like how the culture's like shifting. I feel like we have like Brockton has a big chance of like really like making a name for itself. But I think that we need to be more of a collaborative city. Yeah, no, that's so oh yeah. And I like really
that one hit me.
Yeah.
It's so true.
I really want to like I've been saying it, but I've been slacking, but I really want to like try to put together like a camp. Like maybe like get it in like New Hampshire or something like that. Obviously not this year. I was trying to do it this year, but maybe like sometime in like March or April. But I want to like rent out like a big ass Airbnb in like New Hampshire or something like that, and literally have like all the creatives from Brockton like come for the weekend.
That would be so
just
dope.
Like come whenever you can. Pretty much. Like if you can't make it Friday, come Saturday. If you can't make it those days, come Sunday. But I want to see if I can do that and just get like a bunch of creatives, like videographers, you know, people that do podcasts, you know, artists.
That would be
producers,
so dope.
Engineers. Yeah. And just create.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
There's a lot of talent in Brockton, man. We need to be more collaborative, but I also feel like we need more like places like this for like people to be able to come together and shit, you know?
It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people come together every now and again, but it's not.
Yeah, we don't really have like a hub that I feel like everybody feels comfortable coming to, and like a place that people can just come and create and stuff, you know? Yeah, no, it's true. And I think that's what like the Garage and the Sound Lab are like starting, or they've been doing for a little bit. And I hope it really like works like that. Cause like, you know, you even hear like stories about like Cousin Stairs and them in like Boston, but like they all had like places to like link up and be together. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know like exactly like which place they were and stuff, but like, like you heard the stories, you know what I mean? Like they've had like hubs in Boston that people can get up and all be creative. Like they have like a strong like creative group in Boston. It's like from like Reem Scully to like the Smash Bros to like Michael Christmas. Like they're all like tight knitted. Like you know what I mean? Like even like the upcoming artists like that are coming up now, like that girl like Slick Bay and like Big Sosa, like they're all like tight knitted. We're not like that in Brockton. That's true. We got like people here. I mean, like I know I kind of do my own thing too, so I can't like talk shit, but like we need to be more collaborative. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I mean, you definitely like do your own thing, but I feel like you're aware that it needs to be. It needs to happen. Like I need to collab more, like 100%. Like I told like Dre, I don't know if you know like BTL Dre, but he just dropped a project. That shit was fire. And I was like, yo, like we gotta cook. Yeah. I mean, but we definitely need to collab more in Brockton. Yeah. No, I agree. So your first mixtape was Everything and More. And then your most recent project, Dreamland, which was 2021, which has over 300,000 streams. Whoop, whoop. So how would you say that you and your music have evolved? So like from Everything and More now to Dreamland? I'm definitely more of like a songwriter and just like more aware of like what I'm putting out, I would say. Everything and More was just more of me just like showing people like my skills, like, oh, I can do this, you know what I mean? Dreamland is definitely more experimental. You know what I mean? I didn't try to go for like one sound on Dreamland. I tried to make everything like different. And I was also working like with an independent label in Atlanta called Other Level Records and stuff. So they definitely like had a big part on like the direction of the album and stuff. Yeah. So I don't know if it's like a good thing or bad thing, but like now I'm definitely like more focused on like what I want to do. So the next project I drop is it's gonna be good, but it's not gonna have a lot of influences like Dreamland. There was a lot of people in the studio. Like I write all my own shit, but you know, just a lot of people like
involved in some way. Yeah,
exactly. You know, other producers and things like that. You know, so other engineers and stuff. But this next project, I'm definitely gonna have all the say on what's gonna be on it and how it's gonna go. And it's like a third way done, but it's fire so far.
So exciting.
I'm very, very, very excited to like start releasing music again.
Yeah. And so
I got some shit for y'all.
I love it. But you've always been pretty careful with your output. Like you've always been like, I feel like people have always wanted to hear from you and, you know, like, but you've always been pretty careful about when you put things out, what you put out. Like you're not someone who's like always dropping things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So have you always been that way? Or is that purposeful?
I mean, people are going to talk crap. The people that know me are going to talk crap because they're like, yo, you never drop. I need to get better at that, to be completely honest. But it's definitely like I want to say it's like a quality over quantity thing with me. Yeah. I've definitely learned that from like the people that I was working with, like in Atlanta, like this guy, Naquan Reese. He was like definitely like a big mentor to me and shit. And he kind of just taught me a lot about like that and how to like present yourself, you know, present your music and make it look like it's not bullshit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I mean, nowadays, like you can kind of like, even if you don't make music, if you don't make videos, you can look on somebody's Instagram and be like, oh, this is trash. Or like hear their music. You know what I mean? Even if you don't make music, you can like hear that, you can hear somebody's music that doesn't sound like it's mixed well or things like that. You can tell, you know what I mean? So definitely just approaching things like professionally. I've learned, but I do need to get more consistent, and that's what I plan on doing like next year. I was gonna drop like I told a couple people like Albert and stuff. I was like, yo, I'm dropping like in September, like this past September and stuff. But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna ride it out, cook up, and then next year I'm unleashing everything.
So speaking of that, what can we expect from Dale Thompson in the future?
I'm taking over the world.
You heard it here first. I love it.
Nah, yeah, I'm coming though. I'm coming. I'm gonna release a few projects. I'm doing this. I don't know if I should announce it, but it doesn't really matter because it'll probably be going on when this episode releases.
You're right. Yep.
I'm gonna be doing this year-to-year challenge. And I'm gonna start from the year 2000. I'm gonna pick a beat from every year. Like 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, and I'm gonna like do a freestyle to it.
I love that idea.
Yeah, but I want to make it more like engaging. I want it to be more of like a challenge so people can partake in it and stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, that'll be cool. I got a bunch of singles that I'm gonna release, a couple projects.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Good. The future's good. It's looking good.
Good. I love that, and I'm so proud of you. I feel like you can tell that you are passionate about what you do. And I feel like the reason why I asked you about that question about like what you put out is because even though you probably feel like you have to be more consistent and you could put out more, you are passionate about what you do and you want it to be good. Yeah. And you care about what you put out. So
for sure.
And you're just like the best guy ever. You're so happy and like I love your energy and we've always had the best time. Yeah. And what you mentioned in the beginning of the episode about like being a caring person and learning that from your mom. As long as I've known you, that's also really been like, I don't know. We could not see each other for so long, and then like I see you.
It's always the same,
and you can just feel the love. So
it's always the same for sure. And I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
This is awesome.
Thank you.
And I think it's gonna take off.
Thank you. I hope so. I hope people, learn something, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to your story, and that's like one of the big things about this podcast and this platform is I feel like everybody that I've had on so far, everybody has a different story, but I feel like people can relate to their stories in some way. And whether someone relates to your story and doesn't relate to the next person or whatever it is. But it's just things that we have to talk about more.
It's good. Yeah. This is a great platform because like I said, people need to realize that we're a lot more alike than we think.
Yes. It's so true. It's so true.
So even just, being able to just like get on a podcast and like, even if, if you're listening to my episode or whoever else you have on, it's just good to hear, like you said, it's good to hear people's stories because we all go through the same shit, man. Yep.
We really do. We all go through the same shit in different ways.
In different ways, yeah.
But like everybody goes through things. And it's important to talk about it.
Exactly.
And to normalize that sometimes everything is not okay, and that's perfectly fine.
It's perfectly fine. Talk to people.
Yes.
You know, and if you don't have anybody to talk to, find somebody to talk to.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Please.
Yes. Anybody.
Yeah.
Even if it's your journal for that day.
Honestly.
Yes.
And normalize it.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you for just sharing your story and being vulnerable. I really appreciate it.
100%.
Before we end, I kind of want to play a game.
Okay.
So.
You want to play a game? What kind of game?
Okay. I actually learned this game at work as a therapist. Mm-hmm. A client that I had taught me this game. I was doing family therapy, and they taught me this game, and I'm like, wait, this is great, and like this could be like a good icebreaker, like depending on the person. Mm-hmm. So what it is I say a word, or we each will say a word, and then you have to say or sing. I mean, like I can't sing, but like whatever. The first song that comes to your mind that has that word in it. So like if I say, if I say bottle, let's just say I said bottle, you would have to think of a song that has the word bottle in it. And then you'd have to like say just like a line of that song or like whatever.
Does it have to start with the word bottle?
No, it could be like, no.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think of a song with the word bottle in it. I mean, I feel like every song has the word bottle in it. Yeah. But it's hard to think about sometimes.
I know, because it's on the spot.
Yeah, exactly. So,
am I doing it to you too? I'm thinking of a word.
Yeah, we're both going to do it.
All right, bet.
I'll try to think of an easy one first. Okay, let's do baby.
Babe putting on for the city.
Perfect. Yeah, see, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, your turn. You say a word now. And
hi.
Oh, gosh. Hi? Oh, wait, like I get high or like hi?
It don't matter.
Okay, well, then I guess I'll use that first one that I said.
I was thinking of, hi, my name is, who? My name is.
Oh, that was a good one. My first thought was hello, but that's not the same word.
Hi, low.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Pants.
Damn, that's a good one. I don't know.
Maybe jeans. Let's do jeans.
Jeans.
I feel like jeans might be a little easier.
Should I got them apple bottom jeans? Boots thinking. With the fur. Water.
Oh gosh. Water. Oh my God.
I tried to stump you. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you did. Water? You might have stumped me. Is there one in your head? Don't say it. But can you think of one with water in it?
Nope. I think I can, actually.
I just started thinking of your songs. I was like, like, does he have a song with water in it?
Isn't there a song called Waterfalls?
Oh, yeah. Duh, by TLC.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's waterfalls.
Yeah, but it still has water in it, right?
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Okay, yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, let's do a few more.
Try to stump me.
Buttons.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say liquor, and then you said try to stump me, so like buttons.
That's a hard one.
Now I have waterfalls stuck in my head.
You might have stumped me. Buttons. Louis Vuittons.
Wait. There's this song. It's like it's like coming to me. It's coming to me.
With buttons?
Yes, by the Pussycat Dolls. I think. Right?
Wait, how does it go?
That's what it's. Loosen up my buttons, babe. Loosen up my buttons.
That's true. That's a good one. That's a good one. You got that. You got that.
I kept like thinking, I was singing Waterfalls in my head, so I couldn't fully get like what that song was. And then Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Hair. Ooh. Hair. I whip my hair back and forth.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Okay, this is fun.
Young Jada.
Okay, let's do one more each. Lights.
Turn out the lights. I'm looking for you.
I want to listen to that later.
I know. I'm about to jam that shit when I get in the whip.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that song. Throwback.
Beauty Queen. I'm thinking of one specific song.
Beauty Queen. Oh, gosh.
No, it's one word. That's two words. I was just thinking about Billie Jean. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene.
You're right.
I was listening.
How did I not?
I was listening to that on the way here. No,
How
let
did
me
I not get that.
Let me,
I love
let me do
Michael
another
Jackson.
one. Hate, because it's on you.
Hate.
No, let's do love.
Okay, love.
That's a better way.
Sure. That's also probably like so many songs. Why can't I think of something? Okay, love. Now I keep thinking of Michael Jackson. What the heck?
It's in so many songs. That's
I
why
know.
it's hard.
Oh yeah, right. You want me literally?
She was
you don't even
screaming on that
wanna
track.
hear-
Oh,
I was
dog.
literally about to say, "I love you, you love me." Where
No bullshit. The building next to her when she was in the studio, I was like, what the
Yeah, no way.
She's like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my gosh, I'm dead.
That's
okay,
hilarious.
that was fun. Thanks for
Yeah, that was
playing that
fun.
game with me. I've been waiting to play that game with someone. Thank you again for being here. I know I already said it, but thank you so
no
much.
problem. This was fun.
Yeah, this was fun. And happy early birthday.
Gracias. Appreciate it.
And yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all of the things. My email will also be down below in the description, so feel free to email me questions, thoughts, all of that good stuff. And then Dale's information will also be in the description, but would you like to plug yourself?
Yeah, you can follow me at Dale Thompson NB, and that's my my shit on all my socials.
Perfect.
Dale Thompson NB.
Perfect. Yeah, and thanks, guys. See you next time.
Deuces.